At this point, Drew Seeley is most definitely a household name among millennials and early Gen Zs. Most of you probably know him as the singing voice of Troy Bolton in the first High School Musical, but his career goes much deeper than that, and I have no idea if this is really what he wanted his career to end up looking like, but I highly doubt it considering the amount of roles he did audition for within the channel. And while Disney really did use his talents behind the scenes, at the same time, they honestly refused to cast him in almost anything. Drew Seeley has so many roles that he auditioned for, as well as lead roles that were sadly given to other people. So we're going to be discussing everything that Drew Seeley has ever touched within Disney Channel, whether it's a song, a soundtrack, a role, or an audition. So with that said, let's dive in and get some clarity. Drew Seeley does make an appearance in the 2004 Disney Channel original movie Stuck in the Suburbs. He plays the small role of a hotel employee, but he actually originally auditioned for the role of Jordan Cahill. If you're not familiar with Stuck in the Suburbs, it's about a 14-year-old girl who accidentally swaps phones with one of her favorite pop singers, Jordan Cahill. So Drew was actually set to play a pop singer, but instead the role was given to Taran Killam. And even though we're early on in the list, I will say that this is one of the ones that I just don't understand the thought process Disney had by not casting Drew in this role. It was always so odd to me because I felt like Drew, in my opinion, was a strong enough actor to pull off this role, and not to mention he was an actual singer. The actor that they ended up casting didn't actually sing his parts in the movie. He was picked because he was probably the better actor and they liked his portrayal of the character. But it's still so weird to me because during this time, Disney was starting their obsession with having their Disney stars also be singers. So having the very talented Drew Seeley be placed in this role where he would have to play a pop star, I feel like it would have been a great opportunity to actually set him up for a singing career. Moving a few years ahead to 2006, we have now come to a part that everyone is very familiar with. He is of course known as the voice behind Troy Bolton in the first High School Musical, though he actually originally auditioned for the role, but it of course ended up going to Zac Efron instead. But upon recording everything and filming, Disney came to the realization that Zac's voice wasn't yet ready. So they rehired Drew Seeley and he ended up recording the song in place of Zac Efron's voice, but in many parts you can still hear Zac's original recording. So sometimes you'll hear Zac's voice singing and other times you'll hear Drew Seeley. Drew would also go on to perform in the High School Musical live concerts due to the overlapping schedules of Zac's filming for Hairspray. Now moving down to the summer of 2006, he did have a song on the Cheetah Girls 2 soundtrack called Dance With Me. It plays during Dorinda and Joaquin's dance scene, and it also features Belinda, who plays the role of Marisol in the movie, who is also a famous Spanish singer in real life. And just a year later, Drew would be joining another Disney Channel original movie soundtrack with the song I'm Ready for the movie Jump In. He also wrote the song Gatalada by Prima J that is also featured in the same soundtrack. In 2008, he makes a guest appearance as David/Jeffrey in the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode called Romancing the Phone as Maddie's love interest. What a coincidence, so did Zack. And in the same year, he was originally picked to play the role of Shane Gray, and he would have starred alongside Selena Gomez, who was picked to play Mitchie. But Selena Gomez turned down the role and brought up the idea for Demi Lovato to be casted as Mitchie instead, due to Demi being extremely talented but not having any prominent roles on the channel yet. They ended up casting Demi instead, but since Demi was very new to the channel and didn't have any prominent shows or movies under her belt, they needed to cast a big name alongside of her. So they swapped out Drew Seeley for the Jonas Brothers, with Joe Jonas ending up in the role of Shane Gray. This entire thing is actually insane to me because I honestly would have loved to see Drew Seeley as Shane Gray and Selena as Mitchie, but it definitely would have been a completely different movie. And at the same time, I truly believe that Demi was made to play Mitchie, not only in the way she acts the role, but also her voice is so incredible on this soundtrack. And I would say the same for the Jonas Brothers. I really feel like they brought a different energy and sound to the soundtrack, and it was really nice to see them in a movie as well. Not to mention that this is the role that really skyrocketed Demi's career in Disney as well as the Jonas Brothers. Even though they were already popular before, this definitely secured them as Disney stars. And also the fact that Selena Gomez and Drew Seeley would end up starring in another movie, Another Cinderella Story. A few years later, he was back to working behind the scenes on the soundtrack, specifically for the show Shake It Up. In the episode Doctor It Up for the first season, he would sing the song Dance for My Life that also featured Adam Hicks, who played Luther from Zeke and Luther and Win from Lemonade Mouth. He also sang A Space in the Stars from the season 2 episode Tunnel It Up and the song I Do from the season 3 episode I Do It Up. He's done a lot outside of Disney Channel as well, though I do feel like Drew Seeley had a pretty good career even within the channel. Still feel like Disney Channel did him dirty, and why Disney didn't push him more to the front to be a star. I will say that maybe it had to do with age. Maybe if he would have started auditioning sooner, and who's to say he didn't, but I do think he was much older than everybody else that was starting to make it on the channel. But with all that said, I mean, the dude's a Disney Channel legend and he's barely even on the channel. People still very much love and respect Drew Seeley to this day, but at the same time, Drew is also a Broadway singer who has been in several shows over the years, and those are very huge accomplishments, and he still performs all his Disney Channel songs today alongside many other Disney Channel singers as well. But I would love to hear your thoughts about Drew Seeley. Thank you so much for watching, and with that, I hope you were given some clarity.